Hey everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of Biz Audio. Now, I am Max, and you would have heard me over on Biz by the Water. Now, if you're coming over from Biz by the Water, thank you so much for joining me over here. And if you're brand new, well, welcome. We have a lot of podcasts over at the Biz Network. You can check those out wherever you get your podcasts. But today I want to focus on a few big things. Now, commercial radio and audio has announced that the ACRAs have been cancelled permanently. Now, this is big news, and I've seen a lot of comments in the radio community, a lot of sad radio announcers and podcasters out there. A lot of people are very, very upset with the decision. Now, of course, from my understanding, it's a funding issue. Now, they did cancel the ACRAs for this year, and they said it was going to be delayed until 2026, but the commercial radio and audio newsroom did announce today that it would be permanently banned. Sorry, not banned, cancelled. So that was quite sad, and I'm quite sad because I did love seeing the ACRAs every year. But I did see a comment earlier that said they should have just scaled it back instead, as it was quite overdone for a dying industry. And I do agree with that comment. It should have just been scaled back a bit, like even just an online version would have been great. But so that was quite upsetting to see today. In other news this week, Mark Hine has been announced as the brand new Cairns ARN content director. That's for Star 102.7 and 4CA, the two stations up in Cairns. Now, Mark is a family friend. It's great to see him back in the ARN landscape. Before he has returned to ARN, he was actually at 4BC, which is a nine-owned radio station in Brisbane. And before that, he was actually back at ARN. He was at ARN originally for, I think it was 20 years as a 4KQ breakfast host. And before that, pretty sure he was on The Edge 96.1, which is now Cater in Sydney. So that was quite interesting to see. Now, I did write a bit about, going back to the ACRA's cancellation, I did write a fair bit about that on my Substack, so you can check that out. It's called Monday's Corner, MUNDAY. Monday's Corner, and you can check that out on Substack. Now, not much is happening in radio this week, apart from the ACRA's cancellation, but a lot of other big things should be coming soon on the horizon, but a few tiny things. Chris Page and Amy Gerard, the KIIS Weekend Breakfast Show, are to take over the KIIS Drive slot for this survey break, so I'm pretty sure that's the school holidays. Now, it's great to see ARN finally putting someone in place while the survey break is happening. That used to be Zach and Dom, but now that they've departed ARN, it's I'm guessing it's Chris Page and Amy Gerard. Now, they're great. They've been doing the morning slot for over a year now. I'm pretty sure it might be 2 years. No, it would have been about a year and a half. And Maddie J has also been announced as Laura Byrne's replacement while she goes on maternity leave, and that's great. So, Maddie J, congratulations on your temporary role at ARN, and it's good to see ARN going in the right direction. Instead of making people redundant, they're actually adding people. They also added, I think her name's Jana Hocking, to Saucy Secrets, which is the brand new night show on ARN's KIIS network that airs in Brisbane on KIIS 97.3, in Sydney on KIIS 106.5, and of course in Melbourne on KIIS 101.1. Now, I was quite sad to hear that this wouldn't air in Adelaide or Perth on the other KIIS stations, 96 FM, or even, I know this was a stretch, but it wouldn't, I don't think it would ever air on Mix 106.3 in Canberra. As of course, because that's a dually owned station between Southern Cross and ARN, the two rivals. Now, I think that should really just stick to ARN, as of course Mix is a part of the KIIS network branding, and they don't do many things in affiliation with the KIIS network. Now, that's all I really have to talk about right here at Biz Audio, the first episode. You can catch up on Biz by the Water, and you can listen to some other radio pieces that I've done. I talked about Mark Hine earlier this week. I also talked about some other radio stuff earlier in the past few months, and that's always on Biz by the Water. This is in conjunction with the Biz Network, and of course on YouTube you can check out the Lockdown Biz, the parent company. I'll catch you all in the next episode. I'm sure there will be something big coming in radio very, very soon.